Have you ever had an old engine sitting around doing nothing for years and years and years, and you're going to try to fire it off? Don't know a thing about this thing. It could be blowed up. It could be broken. It could be whatever. Well, today, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through the process of checking everything on this motor so that I can safely try to fire it off and see if it's good. Because I don't know how long this thing has been sitting. I don't have a clue. I don't know what's inside it. Don't know what the cam. Don't know what the heads are. Don't know nothing. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks, things that I do. I'm going to take this apart, see what's inside before we even try to turn this thing over, because this is all about learning. We're going to continue to learn. So let's get started. This is how it came, except for that beautiful thing right there. That is brand new. I bought that for this truck. Okay. And I don't know the first thing about this engine. So we're going to pull the valve covers. We'll do the boroscope. We'll pull some plugs. We'll do a boroscope and look in at the pistons. The guy said that it ran like a skull dog. It was great motor. Everything worked great, but this is not the carburetors on it. This is the brand new one I got from Summit, and God, I love these things. If you've seen the new redo, they have sight plugs on the side of them. There's been a bunch of updates on them. These are great, and I love the silver finish. So this is mine. This is mine. I took all the stuff off so we could see better, but I don't trust this valve train. I don't know if valves are stuck. I don't know what. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull these valve covers, and we're going to see, and we're going to spin it by hand, and we're going to see if the valves are moving. Make sure everything is moving freely before we stick the key to this thing and see what happens. You see these things? I mean, this is old school as you come. These T-handles, they're really like handy for taking valve covers on and off. I mean, this is like, come on, the Holley aluminum valve covers and the T-handles. This is old school. This is going to be a lot of fun. But anyway, so we're going to pull plugs, wires, and valve covers, and we'll get the boroscope out, and we'll check these cylinders, and I'll show you that. But this is just as old school as you get. There we go. Okay, well, it wasn't leaking, but that's not a bad sign. I mean, that's pretty freaking clean on the inside. It's either 382 or 882 heads. So, but I don't see anything wrong. Don't see any broke. I see some crud, some corrosion. All right, so let's pull the other valve cover and then get after the crank snout and see if everything moves. If you're here and you're watching, smash that like button. It's down here somewhere. Smash that like button. Okay. 333 882s, which I just thought they were 74 model 882s. But 333 882s are 70 to 76 400. I might have to get underneath here and count freeze plugs or get a casting number here. We might have a 400 block. We might have just struck gold. Well, I'm disappointed. I thought we had a 400 block, but we don't. I checked the numbers on the back of the crank block. It's a 0010 block. And I checked for 3 freeze plugs, and it's only got 2. So it's going to be a 350 block with 400 heads, which doesn't make any sense. Okay, I've got the plugs out of all the holes. And again, another story. Okay, so this is AC Delco T45s. Was in 5 out of the 8 holes. And I'll get you focused in here. And they look about normal for a very old engine running rich. But on number 3 and on 6 and 8, it had these. NKGs. And they look About the same. So on the outside, we don't have anything broke except for just some weird stuff. Okay, so plugs all look the same. There's nothing oiling more or cruddy more than the rest of them. So these aren't going back in. Okay, so what's next? We got all the holes are open and we got everything exposed where we can see what we got to do. So the next is I want to get the boroscope out and I want to look inside them cylinders and see what we got. There'll be a link below. You won't be disappointed. Man, let me tell you, I wish we'd had these back in the day. This would have saved so much time and so much money and aggravation and everything. Test long. Okay. And I'm going to look inside this piston. Piston's all the way down the bottom. All right. She doesn't actually look too bad. She's not got a lot of crust on her. And we'll take a picture there. Isn't that cool? Take a picture of it right there on the spot. This is a picture of the piston itself. And you can see its reflection in the cylinder wall. That's not too bad. Now, it's got enough crust on it. I can't tell if it's got... I know it's not a dome piston, but I can't tell what size it is. Not in this one, because they all run real rich, so it's a little sooty. But you can use one of these. See, look, you can see the reflection of the piston in the cylinder walls. That's not bad. I mean, if we'd had these back in the day, we'd been dangerous, just like the internet. If we'd had stuff on our phones, we could just look up how to do stuff. No, none of us would be alive right now. We think rust would be, if it had water in it, it'd be sitting in that bottom, it'd be sitting in the bottom of that cylinder. So this side is good. It's so cool. All right, I already got the marbles squirted in the holes, which I just have it in a regular squirt can. I'm just going to put a little up in here, just a little squitch on each of these. Just to try to get a little bit. I know I probably ain't doing much, but it makes me feel better. I've always loved marble. I just have. It just got one of the best detergents there is. It's the best thing I've ever found. It'll take just old crud, run it through, get it warm in the cycle, and then drain the oil and it's gone. It's worked for me for years. I just love this stuff. I'm just going to spin this over, and I just want to see if all of these are moving, okay? That's all I'm doing. I'm just spinning it over so I can see all of them moving. Okay, we got... All right, intake open, exhaust coming around. I'm also looking the other side too. Watch the other side too. Okay, so we got everything moving, but this should be ready to fire off. Okay, it's the next day and it's nice and cooled out. It's not too bad, and so we let it soak overnight. We're going to put some plugs in, put the valve covers back on, run the wires, add the battery, already got the gas. We'll see if we can get this thing to fire off. What are we using for spark plugs? AC Delcos, babies, R45 TSs. These are the bee's knees, the king of the small block Chevy. I'm just noticing this little badge on here. I can't quite tell what this says. I'm curious now what kind of... Well, we got some hooker competition headers. Okay, valve cover's back on. And I'm telling you, these aluminum hollies, these ones like this, again, we're back in the 70s again. These, and of course, with the T-nut bolts, but I don't know if you guys know, but see, these are designed for them to pop off like that. And so that you can put them, orient them any way you want. All right, 1-843-6572, and I forgot about this. I hadn't done this in a long time. See this spark plug right here? See that one right here? This one that's looped right here. See, that's the boot, and the wire itself almost contacts that header. So that's why these competition headers on a couple of cylinders, you got to run straights instead of 90s to get them to not hit and to be able, the wires not to be sitting on the manifolds. But I might have to zip tie a couple of them up so that they're off the manifolds. But oh, I want to tell you about this. This is your transmission line, your pump, your to the radiator pump lines. Put a piece of hose on it, loop them, because it's going to pump when you start this thing up. See, it's connected to the transmission. It's going to pump fluid. Okay, so I peppered a friend one day. He was sitting about right here and started one up, and he got splooshed. Yeah, I said splooshed. I mean, he was covered in tranny fluid. I mean, that pump kicks out a little bit of pressure. I mean, it'll empty that tranny quick. So make sure that you put a loop on it so that you don't dry run the transmission, because it's the last thing you want to do on a pump, especially if it's when it's working. We're about to find out if it's working or not. Okay, timing mark about 8 degrees before top dead center. My rotor bug is right here. All right, so this should be spot on. Okay, for start. So we'll give it a little squirt. Yep, a little squirt of gas. And I'm going to put this on the stand. We'll see if this bitch fires. But yeah, I forgot. I had to get my key. The ignition switch is out in it, so we're doing old school style. We turn the key on, and we're going to arc across the starter and start this thing. Now, I don't know what the sound on this is going to be like, because normally when I do this sort of thing, the microphone doesn't like it. So I get everything done. Let's see what we have happen here. First time I do that, it always scares me. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, she smells right there. She's cooking off years ago. Well, it runs. Okay, so we know it's running, and it's smoking to be damned. But that's to be, I don't know anything about this motor. All I know is it's been sitting for years, okay? So that's why the Marvel mist roll in the cylinders. That's why the new plugs and the new carburetor with everything capped off just to get it running to see if it's running, and it wasn't knocking. It's good. You build up some heat, start it up a couple times, run it 2 minutes a time, let everything start lubricating, let the Marvel mist roll do its job, let the piston rings start to expand and get loose in them pistons again, because they're probably rusted in spot, because you saw, I don't know if you saw the pictures, but so the header's going to have condensation and rust and bugs and everything on them. They're going to smell. There's going to oil on everything. It's going to burn off. So this is just part of it. So the more we run this, like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes at a time, the better it's going to go.